All right, y'all, good morning. How are y'all doing? I'm out here on the big bad Kentucky Lake. As you can see, I mean, we have got boats everywhere out here. So I guess there's a pretty good sized bass tournament this weekend. And so there's a lot of boats out here. I'm out here because of the Cumberland. It's not terrible. I mean, I guess if I absolutely had to, I'd go fish it. But, like I told you, what I was going to start doing was coming out here to fish in these bigger waters, which this is this is the big end of Kentucky Lake here. So I went around the marina there to try to find some bluegill. I found little small pods of shad, but nothing that was, I mean, I ain't gonna say it wasn't worth throwing because I don't know what the rest of the bait looking's gonna be like. But so I'm out here just kind of scanning. Typically nothing down through here. I may go up around this bridge a little bit, but we got a good south wind today, so that's gonna kind of help. It's still gonna get kind of bumpy out here because, like I said, it's just big water. But there's just boats everywhere out here. Putting in this morning at the dock was it kind of reminded me of why I like fishing smaller stuff, because lack of courtesy is unreal. But anyway, we're gonna go. I think I'm just gonna continue scanning down. There's a secondary channel that runs down this way, and I'm gonna continue scanning it till I get to a pocket down here. Yeah, I really wish this old GoPro quit doing that. Been doing it quite a bit here lately. But anyway, what I was saying was I'm gonna go ahead and scan down this secondary channel, and then I want to end up in the back of a pocket back here, and I'm going to try to see. I had some friends of mine, of course, they come out here, they're fishing out here all the time. But they're bass fishermen, crappie fishermen. They say they've been catching quite a few catfish up shallow, and that makes sense because, I'm pretty sure that's where the bait is right now. Water temp out here today is on Kentucky Lake is 62 degrees. So I'm gonna venture shallow, but first I got to catch some bait. I did hook into a channel cat this morning, but he broke me off. I only got 6-pound test on my bluegill rod, and that's what I'm trying to catch is bluegill. But if I come across a wad of shad, I got both my nets in here. So I got my tape net and I got my regular net. So I'll throw the net on them, but I think I won't see nothing really till I get back in one of these big coves. But there's several of these coves out here, so we're gonna just kind of look around and just kind of poke around and see. I'm probably gonna come out here probably 3 or 4 days, let the Cumberland get right before I start messing around with that again, because that's where I honestly think that's where I'm going to catch a lot of my bigger flatheads this year is the Cumberland. But nothing says we won't catch them out here. Only problem with this stretch of the Tennessee River, Kentucky Lake, is it gets pressured, man. It gets pressured a lot by bass fishermen, stuff like that, and not too many cat fishermen up here. But what they do have here is they've got a lot of commercial fishing up here. So within 15 minutes of that marina there's at least 3 fish processing places. And of course, here in Paris, this is where the largest fish fry in the country is. So you can imagine how much pressure this place gets when it comes to net and hoop net and trot line and stuff like that. So, but we're gonna give it a shot. Nothing says no big ones can't be caught out of here, because I'm sure there will be. But like I said, I'm going to give it a good 2 or 3 days out here, just trying to break down this part of the water, and we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna keep scanning. I see some fish in this secondary channel for sure, because like you can see here, that's fish. I don't know what they are, but that's fish. But we're gonna keep scanning. Hopefully come across some bait, and then I'll see what happens when we get back in this cove. So I'll catch up with you guys then. Well, y'all, this is proven to be a tough go at things right now. I just got done throwing the net. All I yielded from throwing the net back here is one good size threadfin. But off camera, I caught a really nice shell cracker, which that is definitely going to get used. So I don't know, y'all. I don't know nothing about this place as far as where to find bait. I mean, it ain't gonna keep me from trying. I mean, we'll spend the whole day trying to find bait. I don't care. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna work these trees around, because that shell cracker, he came from right there. So then I tried to throw the net right around here, nothing. except for one big thread fin. I mean a big thread fin too. I did some scanning, and I scanned some right out here behind us in the middle of this pocket, and just a bunch of thread fins, bunch of little thread fins. Well, I kind of out of my element here, y'all. I ain't never had this much trouble finding bait. I mean, I always had different places I could go, but of course this is the first cove that I've come in, so it's not saying that I won't come across something. I mean, ideally I want to find some bluegill, and the way these water temps are, you know, I figure these bluegill will be up here. But the only other problem we're running into is this water's extremely muddy. I say extremely muddy, it's not terrible, but it's not clean either. Like I said, we got this south wind blowing me faster than I want to fish, so we're gonna get it figured out. But like I said, I caught me a really nice shell cracker. Like I said, I've come out here several times fishing, but it'd been for, you know, mainly bass or, you know, stuff like that. I've never actually come out here to catfish. I can't say that I've never caught a catfish out here, because I'm sure I have. But I was hoping there'd be like a little creek or something that comes in here. A little moving water, but I haven't seen none of that back here. Well, I think we're gonna have to go find us another spot. I don't really see, like I haven't seen anything as far as like a good school of shad or nothing back here, so. I don't know, I ain't even no bluegill either. Like I said, I caught that, I was flipping this little thing around, I caught that one shell cracker and that was it. So let me get the boat pointed in the right direction. We're gonna go find us a different spot. I mean, that's cool. You know, like I still remember when I started getting pretty hot and heavy on trying to find my own bait on Barkley or the Cumberland. I mean, I spent some time, y'all. I spent some time out there doing it. I took 2 full days to find consistent, you know, spots where I can consistently catch bait. I just got to do the same thing here, but I don't fish out here. I don't. Matter of fact, I haven't been fishing on Kentucky Lake in probably 3-4 years, maybe, I bet. So that's the first time I've been out here other than crossing the bridge. First time I've been out here in a while. But let's go find us a different spot. And we will see what we can't do there. Okay, man, I tell you, look at my poor deck. It's full of, I did end up finding some shad. Not many though, I didn't find many at all, but I did find some pretty decent sized gizzards. So we've got kind of a hodgepodge of baits today. I got a couple of big thread fins. I just don't know where to go to find these dudes out here, which, you know, is par for the course. I need to get out of here and I need to figure out where I want to fish. I'm kind of thinking, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to go to an old creek channel, kind of set up on the old creek channel, because there's one where I'm kind of thinking it's kind of like right, I'll get the camera to it, but it's right there. That's kind of like this is the channel, main channel here, and I was thinking about setting up somewhere right in here, maybe right up here or something like that. It just kind of depends on what the current's doing. At least the current's kind of rolling out here. But I did see some big fish up here. I mean, some big fish. They didn't look like catfish, but they definitely look like big fish. That's a fact. So we're gonna kind of ease on out here. I mean, just see what we could do. You know, again, I've never targeted catfish out here, so I'm not 100% sure on what to do. But I think because there's flats all around that secondary channel, which y'all seen, I mean, it looks good. Don't know if it's gonna be good, but we're gonna toss the baits out anyway over there. Okay, I don't know what we got going on here. I don't know if there's current coming out of this or what. I don't know what's going on here. It's almost like it's kind of like a back eddy right here. I'm not 100% sure. But we're gonna toss some rods out regardless. What do I got over here? I got 6s. I don't think I need 6s today. We're gonna toss some rods out right here. I was thinking that wind was gonna keep us somewhat straight. I guess it is kind of blowing out of there. I mean, I don't know. As long as it keeps the boat here, I guess that'll be all right. But I'm gonna get some different weights for right here. I don't think we need 6s. Probably go with 5s here, just a little bit lighter. I mean, I did see a few fish down there, but I don't know. Like I said, I have absolutely zero clue what to do out here. Zero clue. But we are gonna get some baits cut up. Like I said, I got a hodgepodge of baits. I did end up catching one more bluegill. So I'm gonna probably cut him up, toss him out. You know, of course, a couple shad, and I got a couple thread pins. I'm gonna cut them up a little bit different, just so I can maximize the baits. And ain't gonna be a whole lot of rebaiting today. I'm telling you, it sucks. I mean, this old boat wants to spin around in the worst way. Pull them poles up, see if that makes a difference. It's kind of like we're gonna spin around here, it looks like. So basically what, I seen it on one of the YouTube channels, but he takes these little thread fins like that, and then he just threads on a piece, threads on another piece, and then we'll come in with the head at the very bottom. Now I don't know how this would do in, get out of there, buddy. What are you doing? I don't know how this would do in higher current, but so that's what it essentially looks like. So it takes that little fish, puts a lot of scent, you know, and then turns it into like a bigger profile bait. So I don't know. I'll see if it works. I don't know if the main channel is going to be the deal. I guess I can kind of see where the current seam is right up here. But I just don't know if that's going to be the deal. But we definitely got to figure out something. Because I would sure like to catch a fish out here. That'd be kind of neat. I'm just thinking that, you know, because I found my bait shallow today. I'm just thinking them fish should be moving up shallow. I just don't know which one to go into because there's so much out here to fish. Don't think the mouth of the secondary channel. Now eventually I'm sure something will come through here, but I don't think it'll be right now. So I am just curious, because I've been looking on the map and man, it's been it's a lot out here to fish. You know, and I'm trying to maximize what bait that I have left because I got just very little bait, but I know over there's some creeks that come into the back of it, and that might be what I need to do. I might need to go just scoot across the river and fish that. Yeah, so that one over there has got the 2 creeks in the back of it. We may slip on the back there and see what we can't find. At least set up, I'm just thinking in fish, I don't know if there'll be big ones back there, but right where we're sitting, we've got like this back eddy that's, I don't know what it's doing. But I just think over there we might have a better shot at maybe catching a few fish. Matter of fact, I can see it, but it's pretty good ways. It's funny you can see it, but it's dang near a mile, almost 2 miles over there. So let's do that. Let's just go for broke, because I have absolutely no idea where these fish are out here. I mean, it's no different than it's just a bigger river system is all. Try to get over there before all this bait dries out. All right, so we come back to this little bay here. It's got the creek comes in the back of it. What we're doing is we're just scanning. I seen one fish coming in here, but right behind y'all guys on that bank, I found a massive bluegill bed. And it looked like there were some bluegills on it too, but I thought I'd see more fish, but I didn't. So we're gonna go up around and try to look at the back of this other one. I thought I'd see more than just one fish. I mean, this is actually really good. Like, I could come back here and actually drag this out, but I got to see more fish to do that. That's just a lot of time for one fish that may or may not bite. So we're gonna go check over here. I would think this would be a pretty good spot anyway, because that's, the wind's blowing back in here. But I've seen one decent fish. Okay, so there's a couple fish there. There's one here, one there. A couple more right there. Another one right there. Right around, okay, so that makes sense. This is right around the bluegill bed too. So it's another bluegill bed off to the side. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but all these little bitty holes, ditches right here, those are all bluegill beds. So I'm gonna mark that for sure. I just don't know if there's a catfish, but I'll tell you what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back there and we're gonna pull through them. We're gonna drop the boards out, we're gonna pull through them. Did you? Yeah, he's got it. By God, there is a fish out here. What are we in? We got 13 foot of water. Heck yeah. And if I could just keep them above that other line without getting tangled up, that's what I'm talking about. It's on that piece of bluegill, which I figured was what happened. I did get a couple bites on that dog. No, don't do that. God, he's gonna get tangled up in that other line. Which I figured. Like I said, we got out to this 13 foot of water, which we're just gonna keep going. Old channel cat, kind of what I figured. But he ain't a bad channel cat, I promise you that. Yuck. What's up, little buddy? Heck yeah. I appreciate that. But yeah, he's not a bad channel cat by no means. Big male, or bigger male, I guess. So as I'm saying, it may be what I see up here is a bunch of these dudes. Well, you got to open up, buddy. Nope, seriously, you got to open up. This will go a lot easier if you do. There we go. There we go, buddy. Yeah, he's not a bad one. Of course, I had to get one in the boat, I guess. Yeah, not a bad channel cat. At least he's not a dink. Guess I can give him that much. But yeah, I kind of figured these would definitely be up here for sure. But either way, I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Wanted him a piece of bluegill. You got it, buddy? Oh, did you drop it? No, he's got it. If I had to guess, it's another channel cat, if I had to guess. It's swimming right at me. No, little blue. A good deal. I mean, a little blue, but come on up here, buddy. Okay, we're kind of, sort of starting to figure something out here. Maybe. Come on up here, buddy. You good? All right. I still don't know if this is the deal, but I will take you over no fish any day, buddy. Nice little dude. Little blue cat anyway. Good looking thing. Just trying to see where these fish are at. What stage are they at right now? I appreciate it, little buddy. Thank you. Well, you hit it like a channel cat. I wasn't real sure. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, he smacked the crap out of that. Okay. Oh, did you get me tangled up? I bet you did. Yeah, he got me tangled up in that one for sure. Yeah, he smacked the crap out of that. All right. We're kind of coming across something here. Kind of a small pattern. But yeah, he definitely got me hung up. Not a monster. But it's another blue. That was on that. That was on that that one where I had all them. What? Well, I mean, that's not terrible. At least you got hooked up around the hook. Yeah, that's not. I wonder. I don't know. I wonder if he ate that one or something. I don't know. That was kind of weird. I never seen this one get a bite though. It ain't got no bait. I do know that. What's up, buddy? So that kind of tells me a little something, not a whole lot of something, but a little something. It's what I love, y'all. I just love coming out to places like this, you know, because I don't catfish out here. I don't catfish out here at all. I never have. Like I said, I've come out here chasing, you know, bass and. Would you stop, buddy? All right, now you're just getting out of hand. There you go. But I come out here chasing bass and, you know, I mean, just stuff like that, because it's just a lot of water to try to figure out. But we're going to make it a deal. We're going to make it a deal this year. I don't know if it's going to happen today, but well, that's another nice one there. Yeah, but he flat smoked it. I like it when they do that. Well, thank you, buddy, you old fat thing. Oh yeah, you're eating good up here. Alrighty. Well, I appreciate it. So he ate that one that I had all them little small chunks of shad cut up on. Okay. Well, I guess. See, I hate it when I don't have this center rod out because I can't tell where all my lines are, but we should be fairly straight. I think I'm just going to keep going. It looks like I can do that. Let me check the map here again. It's like that, you know, like I was saying, is that it still leaves that hook point exposed. That's the good thing about it. It's kind of a neat little deal. And it just gives a bulkier profile to what otherwise would have been a, you know, a pretty small bait. Yeah, he's got it. Okay, okay. What's funny is that piece of shad's now caught 2 fish. Well, it has 2 fish bite. Okay, might be onto something here, y'all. I mean, not a monster. Definitely not a monster. But another fish. If I had to guess, we'll guess now. We'll say blue cat. Just by the way he gave up, yeah. Little blue cat. Okay. I ain't mad at you, buddy. Come out here to a place I never catfish and catch catfish. Nothing wrong with that. He ain't a dink. Ah, dog. Why don't you guys fight while you're out there? That'd be so much funner. Oh yeah, he ain't a dink. So why don't you guys fight out there, man? Boy, he just flat smacked that bait. Yeah, he ain't a god dog, buddy. Yeah, he ain't a dink. Old 8/0 hook had him perfect. Heck yeah, look at this dude. That's about a 13, 14 pounder right around there, close to it. Big, well, it's a male. See the size of his head there. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I appreciate that, buddy. Heck yeah. Come out to a place I don't target catfish and catch catfish. That's something else. All right, so let me finish baiting this one up. I'll get that one back out there. But yeah, I'll show you it again because it's kind of neat but it still keeps that. I don't know what it does in the water. It may twist a little bit, but it just keeps that hook point exposed. That's what I like about setting it up like this. Plus, it makes a bigger profile out of a small bait. Now, did you drop it, buddy? No, he's got it. Yeah, we hit a wad of them, y'all. Yeah, we hit a wad of them right through here. hoping he comes up so I can get him over that line. He's not a monster, but yeah, come on up, buddy, so I can get you above that line. Heck yeah. Come up here, buddy. Man, he's not a bad one either. No, he is not. Easy, you're gonna sling off my bait. These old Kentucky lake fish, they're crazy. Just flipping and flopping everywhere. I hear you, buddy. And I even got my bait bag. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, look at this dude. This one here's. That's a nice one there, y'all. Heck yeah. Yeah, we find us a little wad of them here. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. Man, I'll tell you what, turn this day around in a hurry. Thank you, buddy. All right. Like I said, I even got my bait back. Well, the rain kind of pushed off. Looks like it's done. I don't know if it is or not. But I was looking, so we have there's an island right here, and we're actually coming up to the end of it. So I'm thinking about going around, and then on the outside of that is a secondary like ledge that comes up to this flat. So we may go put the boards out on it. I'm kind of hoping this wind, it just needs to calm down just a little bit. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. And then even in this boat, I done took 2 waves over the front of the boat. Not terrible, but they definitely come over the front. So I think that's what we're gonna do is we'll get up close to this island. Once we get to a stopping point, and I'll stop the boat, and we'll reel everything in and go on the outside of this and just drag that secondary ledge. Because you got the main channel, then it comes up to a flat, and you got the secondary ledge that comes up, that's what actually comes up to here. But we did pretty good in that one little spot. I don't know how many fish we caught, 3, 4, something like that. They weren't bad, they weren't terrible. But maybe there's some bigger ones out there if we could just get this wind to calm down just a little bit. But like I said, it's been forever since I've been out here, so. And I typically, even when I was coming out here, I would avoid days like this, but nothing showed that it was supposed to be this windy. All right, y'all, it's decision-making time because I just took another wave over the front of the boat. I can't just sit out here. Oh, I don't know where to go. I want to get back, I want to keep fishing, but it looks like it's pretty shallow over there, but I wonder if I get on that point just out of the wind, and if I could sit there and just cast the rods out, maybe that'll work. We've got some serious waves out here. I know the camera doesn't pick it up like it actually is, but it's something else out here. All right, y'all, that's gonna do it for this one. We caught a few fish. I mean, that's kind of what I kind of wanted to do, was come out here and just try this, but this dang wind. Let me see if I can grab the camera, and I want to show you if the camera will pick up these white caps out here. You could just see out there. You know, again, the camera is not making it, it's not showing it like it actually is, but it is horrendous out there. And I got to try to make it back across. I got about, I don't know, 8 miles to get back to the boat ramp, which I've got to cross this. Once I get on the other side, it may not be so bad, but we caught a few fish, you know what I mean? Just steadily, slowly breaking in the boat. I got some really good slime on the boat now, so that's kind of cool. What I need to do is I need to move. I need to get out of this spot. I want to go to a different spot, but I just don't want to keep, beating up the boat in these waves when I don't have to. Because we've been sitting here about an hour. We didn't even got a bite. So when we're up here, kind of like in this little area, maybe they moved, I don't know. But like I said, I went to the back of that. I went into the back of this one again. I didn't see nothing different. So I don't know if they are actually sitting out there. Maybe when this wind picks up, or I don't know. They push down to the channel. I don't know. But we'll have to figure it out for sure. But like I said, when Kentucky Lake gets this windy, it's unbearable. Like I am the only boat that I see out here right now, so that probably tells me something. I probably should have heeded the warning when everybody else was heading back to the boat ramp. And it's not that late. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. But I don't know. I want to come back out here and try it again. I don't know if it'll be the next trip, but I will definitely come back out here and try it again and just try to come up with something. I just don't have a lot of confidence here. Now I have a lot more confidence south of here. I definitely have that, which I may have to start, going there also, which I do, but I say south of here, I'm not talking Chattanooga, stuff like that, just short of that. So I have to try that some more. But I figure the heck with it, I mean, the Cumberland's still kind of messed up, which that might be next trip. I think I'm just thinking about where I caught fish today. I'm just thinking that I could definitely replicate that out there where the wind is not going to be nowhere near a factor. So that may be something I do next trip, and more than likely what I'm going to do next trip, just to try it out, see what the water temp is, stuff like that, and hopefully get on a few big ones. But wasn't a terrible day outside of this, like I said, this wind, but wasn't a terrible day. But I'm going to try to trek across this wide open area here. Hopefully don't take on too much water or get wet or whatever. Actually, it was a fairly dry ride on the way over, but it wasn't near as bad as this. So, but anyway, wish me luck. And like always, I appreciate you watching this one. I'll catch you on the next one.